Hello, gamers of the internet. We're back with Nier
Replicant. The DiCaprio point. This is Replicant in the entire time.
No.
I'm eating Monster Munch because I've had a lot of wine. We're back. Oh fuck, speaking of wine, I got my 20 sips, didn't I?
Oh yeah, 20 sips of wine.
Let's see how this tastes with a mix of wine and pickled onion Monster Munch.
I don't think that's gonna taste nice, mate.
Alright, well, I'm gonna find out.
Alright.
I'm gonna tell you guys in extensive detail how it tastes.
Oh. I don't think that's gonna taste nice. You're a bastard for doing that though, but I respect you for doing it.
I had
You're
no
also
choice.
A bastard for
I
doing
had no
it.
choice.
Because
You've got no idea the amount of
Because of that-
restraint I had to fucking go
Because
through.
of that, we had to make that a premiere episode because I honestly thought that was the end.
Mm-hmm.
We turned that into a premiere episode.
It's
as
not.
well.
Yeah, fuck it. A lot happens. I think we should premiere it. It's fine.
Yeah, it was a great fucking premiere.
Tastes like carrots and throw up.
Oh, mate.
Are you doing alright? So now I've got a bit more freedom to talk about shit now, which is great because my god has it like dampened my commentary.
I want to get back into this right now.
Well, press that continue button, mate, and find out because we're about to figure out Kainé's story.
Is it from here?
Yeah, Route B. Let's go. Here we go. I'm so excited. This is gonna be great.
Mate.
Yo, Yonah, yeah, you eat shit, Yonah.
You eat shit, Yonah, after what happened? Jesus. No.
Oh, twice.
Oh.
I've never seen it in the same loading screen.
Whenever I interacted
Wait, from
with
here?
Kaine, I was reminded about something from my past.
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh, we skipped the whole of
mind has been
Yeah.
confusing her
Fuck
with my
part
sister
one.
this whole time.
Just straight on to part 2 again.
Yeah.
It's gonna be quick.
Anyway,
No one cares about Phantom Blood.
But Phantom Blood sets up everything to happen.
No, it doesn't. The one that has stands is part 3. The only one that matters.
Damn.
Filthy part skipper. Okay. Are you ready for some visual novel shit? Not visual novel, sorry, text adventure. Not even text adventure, it's just text. Okay, here we go. So remember, this is Kainé's story.
Alright, Kainé's story. Gotcha.
Ben, I want you to really fucking read between the lines of this one.
Alright.
Because this one's got a shit ton of implications. If you don't know them, don't worry, I will tell you because I know them.
Alright, let's go.
And if I am wrong, then feel free to tell me I'm fucking wrong in the comments, because I've been wrong about a lot of shit.
Hey, you're right about Emil being canonically gay.
Yeah, but I was wrong about him being canonically in love with Nier, apparently, and the comments let me know that.
No, he is.
There's he?
He is. I can tell you he is. You were right about that interview.
What?
Yeah,
I know him, it was like, I know him, it was gay, but I didn't know, but people were saying that he's not in love with Nier specifically.
I think he is.
Even though people said...
I think he said that
I don't know.
said he was.
I don't know.
I can bring up the interview for you if you want.
Okay, I got much stuck in my teeth. I apologise. Yeah, but that was an episode of Joe is very, very wrong, apparently, so...
You sure about that?
That's fine, though. I'll leave it to the experts, and they can tell me what's what.
Okay.
But anyway, this is quite a little heavy one, so hold on to your butt.
Okay, here we go.
The sound of rain filled the village. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified the sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke streamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly toward the wooden, hawk-shaped weather vane at the centre of the town. The wanderer reached the vein, which had existed for as long as any could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that survived a shipwreck.
Oh, that's a good analogy.
Those traits combined with pale white skin to give the face an almost sexless quality.
Huh?
If their beak turns east, I go home.
The beak turns east.
If it stays west, and I The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. Come on. Come on. The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the vein slowly creaked to life, spinning this way and that for a moment. It finally settled with the beak pointing firmly towards the east. East? Really? Before the vein could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head.
Oh god!
Ow, that shit hurts. I did that to someone once as a kid.
What? You threw a rock at someone?
I did. I was in year 6, 7 years old, and there was this kid who's been a right absolute cunt to everyone.
Dude, I'm glad.
So I got a rock and I chucked it, and it hit him square on the skull. I was very lucky he didn't die.
You're so lucky you didn't
But we were both 11, 12, whatever, and he was such a prick.
Oh.
And you couldn't say anything to deter him because it wouldn't stop him. So me being the young idiot I was, I got a rock almost about half the size of my palm and lobbed it at his head, and it struck on the skull. And my god, he was in so much pain. And that was about 15 minutes before I was picked up. I was a fucking devious ass child, and that was the last I saw of him. Don't worry, he lived.
Oh, he lived.
He lived. He's okay. Don't worry, guys. He's fine. I'm not a murderer. But you know when you're just that innocent of a child.
Yeah, you just don't know what you're doing.
Fuck you, donk. Oh shit.
You don't realise what
I actually
you're
caused a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, that. Yeah. Lucky he lived. Before the vein could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking through his head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as a hail of stones began to fall around. Okay, I didn't tell everyone else to throw stones at him, it was just me.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no, they found me. A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault.
Oh, shit.
So have you guessed who the child is?
It's Kainé.
Yeah. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. You, Kaine.
Getting bullied.
The voice belonged to Demo, worst of all the bullies in the area.
Oh, what a bastard.
I wonder if he gets blown to shit when Emil does his thing. As Kaine struggled to stand, a final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot.
Oh, ouch.
God, not the foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Demo and his usual gang of idiots.
Ooh.
The boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kaine's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regains his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you find it's time to run away from home?
Oh.
Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. Kaine knew those were not the only eyes on her. The tormentor's parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to this sensation. It was one she'd experienced many times before. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of the children, many encouraged it openly. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kaine was something to be hated, and if possible, destroyed.
Jesus.
I didn't say you could leave, freak.
Oh, fucking hell.
Demo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt... Oh look, the little freak is gonna cry. What's wrong? You sad everyone hates you and wants you dead?
Why? Why though?
Kainé prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her.
Oh mate, this is some intense bullying.
But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. Even the weather hates me. I'm useless.
Oh god.
A failure. I wish Demo's rock had taken my head off.
Oh Jesus.
Kainé couldn't meet Demo's luring gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below.
Oh man. Yeah, I hope this kid died.
Yeah,
Sounds
me
like
too.
a real dick.
Fuck buddies. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath.
What, is he eating someone? Cannibalism?
The boy grabbed Kainé's face with thick fingers
Oh.
and yanked it upward. She tried to turn away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb against her eyelid to pry open.
Oh no!
Show me. No. Did you just say no? Demo grinned evilly. You didn't say no to me. No one says no to me.
Oh, fuck off, kid.
Lemon taking his attention from Kainé, he called to his cohorts. Come on, guys, let's get the freak what she deserves. As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down upon Kainé. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kainé curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. I don't get you, freak. What you acting like a girl for, huh? Everyone knows what you really are. Kainé ignored the question, choosing to stare at the weather vane. It continued to point east, as if supremely confident about the future it had chosen for her. Go home? Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go to. Freak! Chanted the children. Freak! 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 Kainé closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again.
God, this is 10 sips, mate.
Yeah, I'll be taking them after. As her clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, then become a royal entire. So what have you gathered so far from all that?
Well, Kainé's hated by the village. These little shits here are bullying her to death.
Yeah, dickhead's right. Calling her a freak.
She's clearly got some sort of difference that makes her different.
Yeah, she's got a difference, that's for sure. Okay, let's keep on going.
Yeah?
The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye.
This isn't really making me feel sorry for what Emil did to their village.
Kainé was
Just
shocked,
saying.
yeah, to see, once again perspective, to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his hand and screaming in pain. She could see blood running from spaces between his fat, twisted fingers.
This is just reminding me how cruel humanity can be.
Yeah, people suck.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's crying. He's actually crying.
Wait, you got shot. Screaming in pain. Oh.
How did that? Deprived of their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves, as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no saviour emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kainé.
Kainé did that.
But the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was wrapped on the ancient woman, standing a few feet away.
Oh! Grandma?
Remember? Yeah, after struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one.
Oh, Grandma threw stones at children? Grandma rocks.
And if any of you little bastards ever touch my Kainé again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it.
Okay, this grandma's great.
Grandma's a badass. The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth.
Jesus Christ!
Excellent. Learn the hard way, prick. Ow! He screamed, leaping to his feet. Stop it! What are you doing? Quit whining. Ain't no one ever died from a scratch.
Scratch.
You hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch! A big one! That thing could have killed me! The old woman shrugged.
Yeah, you did him.
Death is the best cure for stupid. Yeah! It's such a good line! That is a fantastic line. I think that's my favourite line out of the entire game. Death is the best cure for stupid. You fucking prat.
Oh, mate.
Demo's face twisted with rage at her words. Locking his eyes on Kaine, he took a step backward and spat on the ground. Get out of this village! No one wants you here, either of you! Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Deem and his companions turned tail and ran. So Kaine's grandma's a badass.
Yes! I just had the best image of this old granny just throwing rocks at kids.
she's great, right?
Yeah.
As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out a single laugh. Look at the fat boy go!
Oh, in an old, like, granny voice as well.
The Celeste grandma.
Look at that fat boy go!
Guess he's healthy enough to run from a fighting. Oh, if only towels existed in this.
Oh, man.
Look, this kid's got bosoms! The woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kainé.
Oh, Kainé.
Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then produced a cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting the blood from her forehead. Oh, Kainé, she said, why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that lot. The words of her grandmother stung Kainé, and she turned away. Don't be nice to me, she said. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below.
Oh.
Everyone hates me. They think I cause bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead.
Oh, gee, that's...
As Kainé's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength. And Kaine found herself unable to turn around. I've got the utmost respect for caring grandparents, because my god, they've been around for a lot.
Yeah. I mean, this grandma sounds like a complete badass.
Yeah.
And then also, she sounds really muscular.
Yeah. Even if they're not muscular, you don't fuck with nans and granddads.
Oh, no.
No way. Like, their love runs deep.
Yeah. They'll accomplish many things if you do.
Don't talk like that, girl. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempt the crossing. You gotta do it to fight until your last breath. Understand? The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kainé. You know because you survived it. As the words hit home, Kaine was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. Aww. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own.
Oh
God.
They're not even related.
It's funny, right? I think of my nan, because my side of my family, my dad's side,
yeah,
they're very gun-ho and like laddish. They're very like British, like not in the bad way, meatheadish, like lad British people. Whereas I always felt a little bit indifferent to the things I'm into.
Yeah.
But with my nan, like she would always just accept me and talk to me as if I was a normal fucking person.
Yeah.
And always include me in like the family conversations, even though I felt like very like different.
Yeah.
Like growing up from them.
Yeah.
And that, like, I've got the utmost respect for her, man. Like, I fucking love my nan so much.
Aww.
I need to see her again, dude. Like, like, my granddad died recently this year.
Yeah.
And, like, I've been texting her, like, as much as I physically can to make sure she's alright, because it really just puts things into perspective. Just like this game does. Like, the theme of this game, if you haven't figured it out already, is most definitely perspective.
Yeah.
And they can be tough. God, my nan is fucking tough.
Yeah, my grandma was tough when she was around as well. She died a long time ago though.
Yeah.
She died when I was like in secondary school, so I still remember quite a lot. I remember cooking with her.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she used to teach me cooking, even though I wasn't like super into it at the time.
And she teach you.
Because I was
it's a life skill, isn't it?
Yeah, but I didn't really take heart to it, sadly, because like obviously I Like, I did enjoy, like, the stuff we made and stuff, but obviously I wasn't noting down the recipes and everything.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because I was just a kid.
You half-ass it as a kid, don't you?
Yeah.
You just want to do the thing that's fun.
And, you know, cooking is such an important skill now. You know, you don't realise it until you, like, need it.
Yeah.
And it comes in handy.
It does, yeah. Yeah, you know, most definitely. But, like, in my family, my side of the family, you wouldn't think, because like, I get quite aggro and fiery at times, right? I mean, you've seen like the quote-unquote ugly side. I suppose you guys have done too if you've like stuck a one-shot plays with like certain characters and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all got our triggers, right?
Yeah.
But my nan is like, she's East London.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, hello, darling.
Yeah,
you okay? Oh, you look so handsome. Like, she's the most loveliest person in the world.
Yeah.
She makes friends with everyone she meets. It's insane.
Oh, I bet.
But then you'll overhear a conversation with her over the phone with a bank. With her who works at the bank.
Yeah.
And she will do her absolute nut. Like, the one guy asked her for her bank details.
Oh, my God.
Over mail. Over delivery.
Yeah.
And she told him to fucking shove that fucking bill up his asshole. I was like, wow, my nan's fucking awesome. It's really great when you see someone, especially like a grandparent, who's like really nice and silent and like really like precious and quiet and loving with like family. But when it comes to like someone who like threatens the family, and you see them show their fangs, it's honestly such like a cool thing to see.
My grandma and my grandpa were definitely like that.
Yeah.
Especially my grandpa in his later years as well. He just got to the point where he was getting older. He did not give a shit anymore.
Yeah, like...
He was just like going in, like there was like times where like part of it was stubbornness. Like, as getting older, you know, you just kind of
don't give a shit anymore.
You don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You just don't care.
You only care about the things that really matter.
So when he was saying stuff, like, it was very shocking to me because he's always such a polite man.
Yeah.
So when I started to see that side of him, I was like, oh, that's always been there.
But it makes you respect them more because it's like the papa, mama wolf instinct kicks in.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Good old grandparents.
Yeah.
Grandma, as Kainé called her, was cunning, vulgar, quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy. Reminds you of a certain someone, doesn't it, just?
Yeah.
But with each year that passed, Kainé and her grandmother had grown closer.
This is really sad.
However, it was only now, sitting in the mud with tears and blood caking her face.
Caking?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good analogy, yeah.
That Kainé truly understood the depths of her affection.
I do like the writing of this game. It actually is very well written.
Oh yeah. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things, and so... Yet this is grandparents!
Yeah.
Like, fuck, you don't realise how much they've been through because you're young and stupid.
Yeah.
But when you get to that age, I suppose it puts things into perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah, when you can actually see it.
Which is why they're so protective against their family and so, like, violent against those who threaten it.
Yeah.
If anyone could understand Kainé's pain and loneliness, it was her.
Because she'd probably been through herself, maybe.
We're going to stop the episode, be right back. And we're back.
Hey.
Do I make you sick, Grandma? Of course not. Don't be an arse. Kainé drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. But my body, it's not normal.
In what way?
If I was normal, then Mum and Dad wouldn't... Hush, interrupted Grandma. I'll not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter, and I love you. And if folks have a problem with that, they can just go to hell. With that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kainé's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kaine want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
These are lunatics. How did you grow so many? Successfully, mind you. Grandma, you made these for me?
Grandma, teach me your recipe.
Grandma's the RNG goddess. Lunatics were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one.
Or play this game without seeing one.
And yet her grandma had somehow collected a dozen or more. Kaine reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. Do you remember the flowers in her hut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Where did you find these? Way back in episode 4. Just stumbled on them while I was out doing the shopping. Mate, I wish I could buy lunatics. The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kaine to suspect that the search had been more difficult than she was letting on. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers used in its construction, made Kaine's heart hurt. Do your hearts hurt for me, audience?
Yeah, he's growing the pink seed.
I'm trying, I'm getting there. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, said her grandmother. She squinted at it. These old hands are trouble with delicate work, but sure looks good, a pretty girl like you.
Aww.
Kaine blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Of course you are! What a fool thing to say! Thank you, Grandma.
Aww.
Her grandmother smiled.
Aww.
We're gonna be fine, you and me, she said. As long as we got each other, we'll be just fine. Kaine took her grandmother's hand in hers.
Oh, this is so wholesome.
And the two of them struggled to their feet. As they began the long walk home, Kaine grabbed the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind.
Wait, what?
The rain had stopped. Kaine stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough. Even if it's us against the world. Kaine let her gaze drift up past the vane and into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. Kaine's dreams, daily life.
Kaine's dreams?
In the distance, Kaine heard the steady sounds of an axe striking wood. The noise had a purposeful quality to it, as if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. The fire being produced, however, was as far from a work of art as could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about a barren yard of wild abandon. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was done.
Is this
I
about
get
her
it.
dad?
Labour's hard.
It's her dad.
Dunno. Stupid piece of shit axe!
Or is it grandma?
Kaine's grandmother flailed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that would make the most hardened sailor blush.
That's where she gets her foul language
Yeah,
from.
you guessed it. Well done. That's how you know. Grandma, called Kaine. That you, Kaine? Yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. Don't get too close, or I might take your goddamn foot off by mistake. She brought the axe down on a piece of wood, sending chips flying in every direction. One spun past Kaine close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. Once she'd scuttled to a safe distance, she cupped her hands around her mouth and shouted, Grandma! You need help? I can get you water or lunch or, a new axe or something. The axe, poised to strike another wobbly blow, paused in midair. The old woman considered her granddaughter's offer for a moment, then smiled. Tell you what, since I'm doing such a piss-poor job of chopping, why don't you come here and take over so I can go and get the water?
Well, you're gonna let her wield an axe? How old is Kaine in this?
Shades have been restless lately. I don't want you running into one of them bastards.
Oh, so the shades are about
They're
then.
about.
Okay.
Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole of wooden buckets on either end. Gathering water was by far the most difficult of the two jobs, but Kaine knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was set, there was no changing it. Kaine did her best to help with chores, but Grandma took every task that required travel to the village. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kaine knew the real reason. She didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. Once Kaine moved in, Grandma decided to take up residence a good distance from the area.
Oh.
Out of sight, out of mind.
That
seemed to be the best policy.
That's where she was staying in.
Yep.
Our grandma's place.
Yep.
Okay.
When it came to the villagers and her granddaughter, and rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky acre of land they called home. Kainé enjoyed the solitude, but harboured a secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place.
I don't think she cared.
Though watching her grandmother leave, Kainé turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. Swing after swing of the axe produced only a tiny crack in the wind, and when she finally managed to connect with a solid stroke, the tool embedded itself in the log and refused to budge.
Aww.
Frustrated, Kainé swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. Damn it! Damn it! Ugh, crap! She so understood the joy her grandmother felt in a good curse. Happy now, she picked up the axe. That's great. Like,
I love it.
Child's first curse.
Damn it.
I remember learning all my curse words from my dad.
Yeah, I learned a lot.
Bastard! Fucking see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, I learned a lot
All of
from
it.
from my dad as well.
That and the school playground in primary school for me.
Yeah.
Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it from the wood, and resumed chopping. She had a natural skill with a blade, but the task was challenging, and blisters soon began to form on her small pink hands. I got blisters from fucking fighting games, let alone chopping wood. True story.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, wow, he does.
Yeah. This is tough. Those damn
So it's
half-circle forward motions, and my logs are all weird sizes. Spit on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kainé redoubled her efforts.
Ooh.
Just as she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Setting down her buckets with a small sigh, she took one look at the logs and coughed out a wheezing laugh. Pretty clumsy girl, better practice if you... Her grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees,
Oh no.
causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. Eyes wide, Kainé dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side.
Oh no.
Grandma! The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. Get the bucket. Get that spill. Kainé steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem of her dress, but Kainé didn't notice. Grandma! Grandma, what's happening? Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and batted Kainé away. Ah! Stop that! Just stop! She cried, breathing heavily. Ain't like I'm dying. Just tired from the trip is all.
Aww.
Kainé desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the woman's shaking hands and worn face told her more than words ever could.
Oh god, what's happening?
Her grandmother had lived a long,
Oh my
hard
god,
life.
she watched her grandma die. That's another tragedy.
And it seemed the bill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kainé was ending. Sooner than either of them had feared, the positions would be reversed.
That's another 10 sips.
That's sad when someone that old and wise has their body failing them like that.
When you see it as well. It's not even like she was away when it happened. She's there and it's happening. That's gonna fuck a child up, man.
Old age sucks. It'd be great if you could just die of old age but not have to go through like the shit that you go through as an old person. Because it's your body that's like deteriorating as you get older.
Yeah.
The next morning, Kainé came to the side of her grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Grandma, you sick and you need medicine. I'm going to the village. The old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but Kainé gently pushed her down. It's alright, she said. I'll be fine. The grandma fixed her with a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed an eternity, she finally lowered her eyes inside. I like it, goddammit. I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The old woman watched as Kainé strapped on her boots and made her way down the road to the village.
What is Kainé wearing at this point as well? I'm curious.
Dunno. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across a dark, rainy sky, she was still watching. Kainé moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by a shade, or worse,
AKA a human.
Demo and his gang. But she encountered neither tormentors nor shades, and Kaine finally found herself at the entrance to the village.
No, it isn't that far away though, to be fair.
The few adults she could see glanced sideways at her and muttered to each other behind raised hands before sneaking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kaine took a series of rapid shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted those words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes set on a rotund older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kainé's presence. Hey lady, said Kaine with a bravado she did not feel. Where's the apothecary? The woman's flabby cheeks shook in bewildered anger. How dare this thing speak to me, they seemed to say. But Kaine saw that her eyes held a different emotion. Fear. Yeah, we're both scared, lady. Trust me on this one. Which way? Kaine repeated. The woman pointed at a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off to the other direction. Kaine cringed, expecting a stone to come flying with the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary, but the new emotion had little time to take root, for as long as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter.
Oh god.
It was Demo. He'd clearly been sent here on some kind of family errand, because his gang of followers was nowhere to be found.
Oh, this is the worst.
Oh my god! He sparred. What are you doing here, freak? The insult was delivered without force, and Kaine happily ignored it. Stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for medication. Ha! By Demo. Now, old bitch finally keeled over. Go to hell, Demo. The boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall out of his head, but before he could let fly a comeback, or worse, a punch, the apothecary told them to knock it off before he kicked them out of the store.
Nice.
Demo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kaine under his breath. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication.
I'm glad the apothecary actually had some sense to not let it happen.
None of this riffraff.
Get the fuck out of my shop.
Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language.
Okay, or something.
Damn it, Emmy Evans. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic, but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kaine a sense of peace. Surely in a world so vast there would be a place that she would call home. On the far wall behind the counter rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright, vibrant colours, but time had worked its cruel magic and they were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. You like that picture? Kaine turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle but sad. They seemed to stare through her and into nothing as he spoke. That's my daughter. I sketched her when she was just a little girl.
Oh.
She's been dead for a long time now.
That's sad. Wait, hold on a second. Oh no.
What's up?
I'm thinking the apothecary is that it's the daughter Kainé, but not Kainé, the real Kainé.
Don't know.
Maybe. I don't know, just crazy theory now.
Crazy theories? Throw them out.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
The comments will say whether that's true or not.
Okay.
Kaine didn't know how to respond as she just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words.
Unless it gets confirmed, then don't tell me.
Pictures are wonderful things, continued the shopkeeper. They let the ones closest to you live on forever. He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kaine and smiled. Handing her the medicine, he reached into his sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayons. You should have these. There's no one left that I wish to draw. Kaine took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. Yes, I've heard the rumours about you, he said. It's a small village, and word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe, but I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother Kaine, and I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable. Grandma's name is Kaine? Thought Kainé suddenly.
Oh.
She was still mulling over this new fact over in her mind as she reached out, and Jenny took the crayons from the apothecary's hands. Your grandmother is an old friend of mine, he said, as Kaine scooted away yet again, and I owe her much. I wager she'd like it if you drew a picture of her. Yes, I think she'd like that very much.
That's that picture.
Yeah? Kaine murmured a quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost imperceptible step, but it was a step nonetheless. There were enough tiny steps, she might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places. The inclined to think that she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. She placed her medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped around her arm.
Oh.
Back already, are you? asked her grandmother with a yawn. Come here, let me have a look at you. This is Yonah from episode 6 all over again. Grandmother sat up and examined Kaine from head to toe. Finally satisfied with nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild, she leaned back and allowed herself to relax.
Oh, mate.
Well, how was it? Those bastards give you any trouble? It was kind of fun, said Kaine with a small smile. No, seriously, it was. Kaine? Asked her grandmother in a voice which implied she believed anything but. Aha. So every time you need me to run an errand, let me know. As she spoke, Kaine removed the crayons from her pocket. With a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch her a portrait. A portrait of me? Ridiculous. No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone.
Oh.
But Grandma, it'll make you live forever. Oh shit! Her grandmother throwing back the sheet from her bed. Living forever would just piss me off. Now put those crayons away and help me with dinner. But Kaine would not relent, and in the end, Grandma found herself leaning against the wall of their house as if posing for a master artist.
Oh damn.
So wholesome. Kaine took up the crayons, eyed her subject carefully, and set to work. Just as her grandmother was about to nod off, Kaine finished the piece. Well, after staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. It's terrible. It doesn't look like you at all.
Aww.
I'm sorry, Grandma. I thought those crayons would, make drawing easy or something.
You can't help an artist.
The old woman's eyes narrowed at her granddaughter's disappointment. Let me be the judge of that, she said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching for the paper. The sketch could have been a person's face. It also could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colours.
Oh, she's really young here anyway, isn't she, Kainé?
The old woman stared at the picture for a long time and slowly wheezed out a laugh. Oh, Kainé, she said between laughter. You truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. But, hush. I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. It came from the heart, and I'll treasure it always. Oh, I love that. Doesn't matter if it's shit. The fact that you put the work into it, put your heart and soul into it, that's what really matters. It's all about the thought, bitches. True to her word, the old woman gave the picture a place of honour above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kaine would often catch her staring at the portrait with strange, oh, that's so cute, I love that, on her face, an action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kaine would stand it no more and ask her grandma to take the artwork down on her.
Oh, Kainé.
What? said the old woman. I'll take this down, they roll me in my shroud. She pondered this for a bit, then turned to Kaine and dropped to one knee. Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I've never felt before.
Aww.
And it makes me want to go on, so that someday you can feel the same happiness.
Aww.
Pictures are so sentimental too.
Especially drawn ones.
Especially from a child as well.
Yeah.
It was a moment that burned itself in Kainé's memory. A perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a lifelong remembrance. Bless. She swore to never forget this moment, to never forget the old
Such a
woman
wholesome part,
who had
man.
made her place in the world possible.
Oh, damn.
Time moves on. People and memories move in and out of a life like ghosts passing through a hall. But this moment will be different, Kaine swore. Because I'll remember it forever. Forever. Separation.
Ooh. I think we might have to do a two-part here.
We're
man.
fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
Kaine listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust.
Ooh.
Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug. The old woman threw some more wood onto the cooking pot and snorted. It's no bug, you fool, go, it's a berry. Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs? Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug, said Kaine. I think it's burnt or something, because it smells terrible. At that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible, but she likes poison berries.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's terrible, alright. Why, you little brat, laughed the old woman. Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact. 5 years have passed since the moment when Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies.
Oh, wow, that's a long time.
As is often the way of two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be sombre affairs are now filled with laughter and held abuse in equal measure. Kaine cannot remember a time when she had been happier. Could you imagine these two dissing their mothers or something?
God.
As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day,
Aww.
and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted.
I thought she was going to die there and then, but she lived quite a bit longer.
And so this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots for breakfast of burned berry rolling through her belly. Where are you going today? Asked Grandma suddenly.
Why is the Shadow Lord music playing?
Why? Kaine looked up surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specifics anyway. Well, I was going to check out the kelma trees and see if they are ripe. I thought we could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm going to pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow. Flagstones? What the hell for? Kaine stared at her grandmother and held out an arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope and rubble, the old place sat like a boxer in the final round. Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm going to build a stone wall so we have some protection.
Oh.
The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. Goddamn girl, if a bunch of thieves when I ransacked this whole place, let them come. We got nothing worth stealing anyway. I'm not worried about thieves, I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday. The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. Oh shoot. Why you have to do it today? We can worry about some other... Grandma, no. If I don't go to the kelma trees, we won't eat tonight. You know that. Confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was a small child lost at a carnival.
Aww.
Yes, she said after a bit. Yes, of course you're right. I'm sorry, Kaine. There it seems my mind is...
Aww.
She didn't finish the thought. Instead of walking over to her nightstand and gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. The flower's petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it.
Aww.
You're gonna be a true woman soon, Grandma said, as she placed the flowers in the girl's hair, So that means less chat about the shades and building defensive walls. More talk about how beautiful you've become. Annoyed, Kaine reached out to remove the garland, and the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. You're a beautiful thing, said the old woman, and there ain't another like you in all the world.
Ha ha, that's funny. That's a funny line right there. There ain't another like you in all the world.
I'm very proud of you. Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliments in one day. Such a mouth on you. Where'd that come from? Gee, I wonder.
That's really funny that she got it from the grandma.
I'll teach you to suss me, girl, yelled Grandma. Suddenly she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, putting her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. Grandma, yelled Kaine in a quaking voice. Grandma, stop it! What the hell? The old woman stared at her and blinked, and slowly held her wrinkled hands out as if it was the first time she'd ever seen them. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Oh, I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just... Kaine thought the look on her grandmother's face was the most heartbreaking thing she'd ever seen. Listen, she began. Maybe I should stay home after all.
Oh no.
No! I won't have you stay here to keep an eye on old codger like me. You go get your fruit and your water and whatnot and I'll be fine. When you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you. Kaine rolled her eyes, then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kaine could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself. But in the end, the temptation was too great.
What?
She spun her heel for one final look and saw a small, bent woman standing in front of her ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. Gods, she looked so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away.
Oh mate, that's really sad.
Kaine worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Kaine pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead. Tracing its path with a finger, Kaine suddenly felt her stomach knot in itself. No.
Oh, she's dead.
Oh
isn't
God,
she?
no!
She's dead.
Her grandma's house was ablaze.
What? Oh!
The flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself.
She set the house on fire?
Grandma? Grandma! Kaine ran then, faster than she'd ever moved in her life.
Oh shit.
Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling onto the rocky ground, but she led to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kainé's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark. It's too dark, not just fire. Can't be fire, too much smoke. Gotta save her, gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt, her worst suspicions confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade.
Wait a minute.
A massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet and achieved balance through means of a large armoured tail. Scales, horns and claws sprout from its body in a random, chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Seeing Kaine, it let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. Is it ringing any bells, Ben?
It's the hook, but...
This is Hook.
Yeah, this is Hook, but... Hold on a second.
I want you guys after this episode to go back to the episode called Grandma in ILP after this. For a moment, the creature retreated into a shimmering, inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. But then the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time Kainé responded with a scream of her own. Hurry, you bastard! She thought as her scream echoed off the kite cliffs around them. It's you or me. Let's go. The shade-eyed Kainé with bemused interest when it began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kainé glanced toward the house. Through the smoke and the flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. Grandma! The sound of her voice, the old woman began ringing frantically. She's alive, thought Kainé. Alive! Kainé's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard toward the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth, let out a roar, powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kainé tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up now! As Kainé struggled to her feet, the shade stumped toward the house and pinned her grandma to the ground with the tip of its claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might well have been pushing the mounting. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air.
Oh, Jesus!
Then collapsed to the ground. Her energy spent. Kainé lurched to her feet, only to fall back to the earth with a grasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. Grandma, hold on, just a little longer. Grandma's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back to only the whites were exposed. Kainé pulled herself across the ground with man in slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that
horrible.
passed.
I'm just visualizing all of this and it's awful.
It's rough. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside its core. Bastard. Laughing at us. She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt the shade was taking joy in their suffering. I see your plan. The shade moved its claws slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clear keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life when Kaine was close. Benjamin, what shades are?
Humans.
Oh yes.
The shade is trying to protect the grandma from the fire.
I don't think so.
No, maybe not.
There are good and bad people in the world. Let's just say that.
Okay, fair enough. The shade's trying to kill the grandma.
Not just kill, but sadistically torture by the sounds of this.
Yeah, is the human grandma not a good person?
No, Grandma's alright. This is Hook. This is a different shade.
Oh yeah.
This is a separate character.
Oh right, yeah.
This is who we call in the industry of humanity a cunt.
Yeah. I see that. So this guy is just a psychopath.
Capiche?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill this bastard. Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backward, while she forced it from her mind and began to hobble towards the monster.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. Give it back! She screamed. Give it back to me! It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hill with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again and raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air towards a young girl that was lashed to its foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small weak voice spoke up. Kaine? Kaine's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. Oh. Grandma? Kaine, you gotta run. You can't pest this one. Kaine grabbed the hands and held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on. You have to go. The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, stick with blood, slipped from Kainé's grasp and thumped to the ground below.
Oh god! What, the hand got sliced off, or am I reading that wrong? Slipped whip from Kainé's...
Dead.
Oh, just
Like,
dropped, just dropped dead, yeah.
Grandma, no. No! I said wrong, goddammit. You have to live. You have to get through. The thought would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, the shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Rest in peace, Caddy. The most badass grandma ever. Blood oozed from gaps in the creature's toes as the terrible putrid smell assaulted Kainé's nose once again.
What an absolute monster this human was.
She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that she was seen could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognisable mass.
Mate, humanity sucks.
Yeah, her grandmother was gone. Humans.
Yeah.
But a reminder that humans are bastards as well.
Yeah.
Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been hers for just a moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kainé's mind, one after the other, faster and faster, until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs. It seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept towards its prey.
The Shadow Lord move is so fitting.
Yeah. Kainé's body slowly arose, as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles, her head lowered dangerously to the side. Yet somehow, she managed to stand.
She's turning into a shade.
Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backward, trying to discern this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kaine seized a moment. Laughing like a mad woman, she leapt into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The shade shook Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly, as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? I think it is. I think I'm bleeding to death.
Jesus.
Can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kainé's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and flames, all of it faded away, until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kid it.
Oh god.
Kid it.
Oh, this is how Kaine went off track as well.
Kid it.
This is how.
Kid it. 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 Kid it.
In a way, humanity doomed itself at this moment.
There was a lot of mistakes made along the way.
For both parties.
Which is honestly the most human thing you can think of in life.
Like, right here, this moment here is when Kaine went off track.
We are not perfect beings. Kid it now! As the spark that was Kaine slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer, and longer, and longer.
Wow. That was a lot. Oh shit, we gotta deal with the shade again.
Yep.
Oh, I know.
Here it comes.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
I'm guessing.
We are Knave of Hearts. been a while. Let's see how strong you are. Now we've beaten the game once.
Wait, what? What am I doing?
You're destroying the tentacles as we did before.
Oh yeah.
What anger this creature must have. How did it even survive these past 5 years?
Oh, it's stronger. Yeah, it's stronger, right? Yeah, it's gotta be stronger, right? Why would it make you go through the game again without things being
It's not
harder?
the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
Fucking Phoenix Spear though!
Phoenix Spear still shredding to this day. Look at that, that's fucking crazy.
Like the others. I mean, like.
Congrats, you beat it.
Mate, Phoenix Spear turned into a joke. Maybe I shouldn't be using this spear. Fuck me. Okay, you might be right, man. Phoenix Spear is broke. Boink.
It's still super strong even in this game.
It's boink. I might change. I don't know. I feel like I'm shredding through the game because of it. Is the cutscenes the same or? What? That one's the same. Oh, we crushed its neck. Beautiful, we killed a human.
Yeah.
What an ugly human that is though. Like, why?
Yeah,
why?
the gestalts kind of mutate super hard at some points, right?
Yeah, like, what the fuck, man? That was like an octopus sort of thingy.
Hey, Kainé.
Hey, Kaine, we killed a human. You back?
Man, our perspective has changed of you too. Oh, we ain't done yet. Encounter.
Ooh, this is a long part, mate.
It is.
49 minutes.
Screw it. But I'll stop here though. But this is the same part because it's special. Gently, weakly, softly. A shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off toward the horizon, stopping along the way to bellow one final roar. Couldn't get it. Shamed beyond imagining, Kainé tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood.
Damn.
It was getting difficult to see her, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realise that her left eye was gone.
Wait, Kaine lost her FI?
Yeah, man. Eyes are delicate.
Was that why she has the hair in her eye?
What?
Wait, Kaine didn't lose it.
What?
What am I talking about?
What are you talking about? That's a different game entirely, my friend. That is completely different, mate.
Wait, Kaine lost her eye?
Yeah. After to herself, she turned her main eye to the ruins of her home. You're thinking of a completely different game. I know which one. And noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine. She thought with a mad giggle. It's gonna make clapping a real bitch. I suppose I'll drink to the swears.
Huh.
That's point one.
Hey, Kaine has both her eyes though.
Yeah, go on.
I'm confused.
Ha! Cries some voice from the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are ya? Well, you had it coming. Could have held Demo, she thought, the unseen assailant. Could have helped if I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of her childhood terror evaporated to smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materialised from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you. That way you can live forever. No, stop. Don't want to live forever.
Huh?
Want to die. Right here. I see you, he said quietly. Well, if that's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kainé and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kainé opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Stop. No, don't hurt that picture! Kainé reached out her remaining arm and waved futilely at the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture and to the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kainé turned her good eye back to the picture. and to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognisable lump of nothing.
Oh,
The apothecary smiled and broke into a jolly dance.
this is a nightmare she's having, yeah.
See that? She cries as his dance is jigged. It's perfect now! She looks just like you! Ha-cha-cha-cha!
What the fuck?
I look like that? Oh god. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowned in despair, Kainé laid her head back in the mud and spoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began to whisper in her ear. Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take form. Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish, like a prayer or something. Why don't you go on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me! Save me! Kaine finally resorted to shouting at the voice of her mind. I'll make wishes, they don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak. I should be left to die. The other voice booed in her ears. Oh god, you are the best! Kaine glanced down and saw a black shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her main arm would no longer response.
Wait, is that a shade?
The substance slowly crept around her feet, then began moving up toward the rest of her
Oh
body.
no!
This is death. This is what it feels like.
Is...
Or is my mind just losing itself?
Oh god, is this...
She could feel the slime oozing upwards, feel the hot searing pain it left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive and this was real. Come on, said the voice. Let it go.
Is this a... Oh, this is wrong. This is...
Yeah.
This is
Kaine tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up. Ready to die. So why not let me have it? Have what? Your body. Come on, give it to me, give it to me. I want to stand on the ground. Feel the rain, taste the wind.
Oh god!
The voice paused, as if licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy.
It almost feels like a bit like a, it almost feels a bit like rape.
Ooh. I mean, that is an analogy and a half.
I mean, doesn't it a little bit though?
I want to take your hands and use them to trick the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bathe in the blood just like before. In response, Kaine shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Yeah, maybe. What of it? The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye.
Oh!
The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy.
This is how she became half shade!
Yeah, she wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small, whispered moan. Feels good, don't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies.
It's almost like rape, dude!
Now give me that body. Come on, give me the body and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. A black lump began to protrude from Kaine's side as she watched it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back too.
Oh!
So...
I'll
say it after this.
Yeah, but I get it.
Yeah. The slime reached out to
That's why I
envelop
was
the rest
confused,
of her face,
because her eye, like, I didn't notice any, like, lost eye or anything like that.
She managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she had regained her voice. Stop. The black ooze hesitated, as if considering this request, and quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Oh, what the hell, sunshine? Screamed the voice. We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said, can't die yet. Brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die. Kaine glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern, the pattern of the shades, burn itself into her left arm. Well, I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, sunshine! I think you and me are going to be good friends now. Kaine stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letter seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop. Gosh, stop. On her left arm and her right. Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm herself.
I see.
Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. Hate's my favourite dish and I'm hungry. Let it go. Feel the anger, burn with the fire of revenge, thirst for blood, and go out there and... Shut up! Shut up and get the hell out of my body! Your body? Oh, that's rich, sunshine. Real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What did you say? I bet those buyers of yours in the area would love to see you dead. Kaine grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side.
That's metal.
Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of bone crunching on bone filled the air.
Ouch.
Stupid idiot girl, you're possessed now, sunshine, and there ain't no going back. The voice laughed again, a loud long wail that seemed to go on without end. Possessed, whispered Kaine. Yeah, possessed. You and me? We got what you might call a timeshare arrangement.
A timeshare.
Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait till they get at you now.
Wait, she wasn't a half shade when they were thinking that before?
No. Better not want you to think very carefully about everything the bully said to her. All the little details, because that was before she was possessed by a shade.
I thought she was possessed already by a shade at that point.
Like, what can you put together, depending on what you've been told so far? About Kaine herself.
Humanity sucks.
Well, yeah, that too. But what specifically about Kaine, I mean?
Well, I mean...
Think of the things the buddy said to her.
You're a freak.
Mm-hmm.
Was she not even like... Was she even a girl? Was she even a girl?
So...
Is she...
So... This is confirmed as well in an interview by Word of God, Mr. Tyrann up in heaven himself. But
Okay.
Kaine is canonically intersex. Kaine possesses both.
I figured.
And that's why they thought she was a freak.
Yeah.
They bullied her because of that. Not because she was possessed by a shade.
But because of that.
But because of that.
I see.
And that's fucking sad, bro.
That's sad. That is really sad, man.
But that and the backstory, like over Mill, that's all you get on the subject. It's
cool.
not even obviously told to you. That's
It kind of made you think though when you see this. You're like, well, why were they bullying her back then if it wasn't this?
because of her body.
The way this was written, I felt so uncomfortable because it honestly felt like rape.
Yeah, it's got implications.
It felt like actual rape.
The shade that has possessed her.
Yeah, he seems like a rapist.
A bit of a wrong one, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kainé's gone through some shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sip 10 sips. And the revelation has been brought to light.
I did think that though now, when I saw that, I was like, well, why were they bullying her before?
Also, but not just her body I want you to think about.
Yeah.
I want you to think about her choice of clothing.
Oh.
So,
Huh.
what can you tell me about that?
It's very... Well, it's very like
revealing. Very yeah, not leaving a lot to the imagination, exposing a lot of skin. Very pretty, very girly sort of look. So I don't know if this is true, but this is how I myself interpret it as.
Okay.
So Kainé grew up with her grandmother.
Yeah.
Violent, impulsive.
Yeah.
Passionate.
Yeah.
So Kainé being intersex, she obviously identifies as a girl.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Referred to as she.
Yeah.
But think of like the portrait of the girl and her grandma calling her beautiful.
Yeah.
To me, it feels like she's taken up the thing as being a woman to being so extreme to the point that she's literally wearing underwear. Because it emphasises her
beauty,
her female,
her female, like
her feminine traits.
Yeah.
That's how I don't know if that's wrong, because I've been wrong about a lot of shit about this game.
No, I can totally see that being the case.
That's how I interpret it, though.
That makes sense. That does.
Of course, that explains her potty mouth too, because of her grandma.
Oh, of course, the grandma. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer, right?
Ah.
I told you it's for plot reasons. All those episodes ago, I told you it was for plot reasons.
Mate,
there you go.
Yeah, okay.
This is all Kaine knows. Violence. Impulsiveness. Swearing like a fucking Irish sailor.
No. Okay.
This is her character.
I see.
Yeah.
Alright.
Kaine looked up. Tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow and darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So, listen, purred the voice.
Purred.
I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all that bad. There's plenty in it for you too. I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine. And now that power belongs to you. You got enemies? People you want to kill? I can make that happen. Little fat kid kept picking on you? That big old shade that squashed your granny? We'll wrap them up in their own assholes.
God.
No more abuse for you, Sunshine. No more pain. Wait, said Kaine. You're a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade?
Why would you help me kill another human? But
what, you think I'm some kind of racist? I'm kidding, snob. I don't give a good goddamn who you murder, honey pants. I just want a drink from the well.
From the well?
Kaine considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. So the shade also mentioned that he wants to feel these things like he did before.
Yeah, like sun, rain, like all of that.
Murder? Blood?
Yeah.
What does it tell you about his human form?
He's an absolute scumbag.
Fucking murdering asshole piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, possessed by the wrong shade. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm.
Mate, that shade that pretended to be her, like, the hallucinogen of the grandma's voice.
Yeah, puts a lot of perspective now, doesn't it? What a dickhead. What an asshole.
Oh, Jesus.
After a long pause, her voice spoke up again. So, how about it? You and me? We got some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of the bloody part if you don't want. Fuck off, arsehole. My Kaine. I'll handle the kidding. Screamed the voice. Look at you go! Oh, Sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun. So listen, my name's Tyrann. If you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out in this piece of meat you call a heart.
Ooh.
Now get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour. And I like rotten and sour.
That's horrible.
Kaine found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work.
God.
I'm gonna find that shade. I'm gonna strangle it with its own guts. And when I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyrann. Count on it. Ha! Laughed Tyrann. I've shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body. But if you run out of hate, if you ever, go soft. That's a double entendre, by the way. Then I'm gonna take over everything.
Oh.
So that's another big deal on the curse that she's got. If she ever...
Wow.
If she gets soft, if she becomes kind-hearted, Tyrann's gonna take over.
Shit.
So keep on killing, sunshine. Watch your back.
Oh, no wonder she...
The voice grew fainter and gradually faded away.
Well, no wonder she turned down Nier's offer.
Faint to somewhere deep inside Kaine herself.
Oh, no. That does make sense now.
Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like... it's mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding with a new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. So now you know why they're all bandaged up and they've got the weird tattoos on them. She didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her had already won. I'm not a shade. I am Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of lunatics. Though it had been through hell and back, the garland's petals were as bright as ever. Kaine started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore.
Oh.
I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn, and the people of the area arose to their daily lives, she remained in that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world.
Oh my god, this is so dark.
And that is Kaine's backstory.
Alive. Stay alive.
Yeah, pretty rough, right?
Stay alive.
After knowing that, you're like, you know, stay alive.
Kaine, you gotta live. You gotta come back to us.
Oh, in that moment as well.
Kaine, you're a fucking amazing character and I love you.
God, that was good.
Oh, hey.
And Nier and Emil know none of this.
Nope, but they accept her nonetheless.
No, I mean, they know none of the backstory.
Emil's look at Emil, man.
No, I know. Oh, no wonder she accepts Emil straight off the bat, though, like that.
Emil, you were the one calling me.
Because she considers herself a freak, so, like, she's like, yeah.
I love this gang
You
so
still-
much.
Recognize me?
They all need a hug.
Of
course. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kaine.
Oh, bless.
Welcome back.
Oh, God, this hits so hard now.
Yeah, right?
Wow, you grew up.
Oh, man.
So, how long has it been?
5 years.
Oh, God. Oh, mate.
Guess who gives her a lunatic?
Shit. That's a long time.
You've neared us.
My boy Nier.
Oh, is this a good sophomore?
No, keep going.
Any luck with Yonah?
Oh shit. This is a new route, so these count as sips. Damn it, even
Do
though
they?
they repeats. Yeah, fuck it,
We are
we're
still
putting
no
it.
closer to finding her.
Route
We
B
need a way to
repeats don't
locate
count.
the shadow.
God, you're...
Well, they do count. Let's go.
By the way, this is for you.
Oh, is that a lunatic, my boys?
Is that a lunar team?
Lunar fucking tick! Oh, that really is. Yeah, that hammers it in after what we just experienced.
It's not as good as your grandmother's.
Oh!
I tried.
Oh,
No, it's great.
I wonder what she was...
Kaine's got some new mates now. And there are a bunch of fucking weirdos like her, so of course they're gonna accept her.
Yeah, of course they are, yeah.
Kaine waking from her long, petrified sleep. Emil's unflagging kindness. Our reunion was a happy one. We let it wash over us like
Like
rain.
rain.
That is, Until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all.
In actual sense, in some ways.
Oh!
Are you kidding me? You can't be serious.
Remember these two?
Yeah.
Fuck off, don't talk to us.
Please try to understand.
But that's okay, Ben. Remember, these guys aren't humans, so of course their feelings don't mean shit.
People are tired
Right?
and scared, and I'm sorry.
They're just
I'm sorry you have
replicants
to bear the
after
brunt
all.
of that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Who cares what they feel and care about?
Oh, God.
This is crap, and you know it.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village. And now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me. As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kainé?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
But
We'll see you later.
Sorry about this.
God, man.
Ain't perspective a bitch.
Perspective's a massive bitch.
What is the matter?
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. Never even occurred to me.
Kaine's had a shitty life, dude.
Damn it.
We should turn in.
Kaine can never have a happy ending.
I didn't get much sleep that night. For the first time in my life, I hated Devila.
No, I understand. I
For the
understand.
first time in my life, I doubted Popola.
I understand that too.
But those feelings are pointless.
I remember the characters don't know the truth at this
I
point.
know.
But we as the players
We
do.
do.
They said and did what they did for the sake of the village.
Yeah, no, I see that too.
To protect it from the horror of the shades.
I get it. No, I get it. I get it.
Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola?
Yeah. No.
You okay, man?
In the end, I'm just
It's just
as bad,
funny seeing it all again.
Yeah, I know.
because I never once stopped to think about Kaine and Emil's situation myself.
It's great because it makes you replay the game. But that's like part of getting like the whole game. Like it's part of the game that you played the game.
Yeah.
You don't just play it again because you're like, oh, I'm playing Nier Replicant again. Like it's no, you've got to play the game again because that's the whole like appeal of its story and shit.
It's a double-edged story.
Oh, Route B's gonna be fun, mate.
I should apologize to Kaine and Emil,
Wait, was this in the bit?
Nope.
No, this.
but what good would that even do? Wait, is that?
Oh, dude, this is a. Maybe want to think
I'm
about
so
ending
happy to
also.
Nope.
get to talk to you
Sure.
again,
Yep.
Kainé.
Because we can't save yet.
Jesus.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, they're having the campfire.
Yeah!
everything
Kumbaya, Kumbaya!
Ah.
Look at these two!
Oh.
I love them so
Polished
much!
you with a special cloth. I poured warm water over you.
Oh,
Emil
Nier.
actually groomed the statue. Bless this kid.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
Oh. This is dangerous for her though because it's like coming soft, isn't it?
because you can't forget about the shade who possessed her.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
That's really soft of her.
I
though.
guess you noticed how I look different now.
I don't think she cares, mate.
I'm sorry, Emil. I'm sorry for all of it.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know?
I get to see you.
At least I can look at you when we
Exactly.
talk, right?
Yeah.
And man, do I get to look at a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
Oh.
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
Ah!
You fuck off, shut up. Not interested in my dickhole.
Come on. I just want to know you better. Please?
That's a sexy pose as well.
It is.
Fine. This all happened when I was a kid. Before the whole a shade possession thing.
Not interested in my left bollock.
My body is different. And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like
Oh,
a
see,
freak.
this is like to clue you in a bit more on that.
Yeah.
But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was.
Nice.
No matter how bad things got, she gave me the strength to keep going.
She's really special to you, huh?
Yeah.
Mill's sitting posed as as a little skeleton boy.
It's really cute. It's like, tell me a story.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession in my body.
Oh,
Yeah, good luck with that, guys.
I know we can do it if we all work together.
maybe.
Power of friendship.
Heck, it'll probably be
Man, Mill
super
would love
easy.
to. If like, imagine if Emil discovered anime. Man, he would watch it non-stop. He'd be super weeb. Ooh, what's this? Ara,
He
big
already
sister,
is
love
a
me.
super weeb. Ooh, what's this? So
He's
in the
personification of it in a
the
way,
animated
yeah.
form of it.
More warm water.
Okay, can we just forget I told you about that?
Ooh, that's adorable. Is he even gonna? That is actually hot. I'm glad we got to see it.
I was lying there, told me stories till I fell asleep. Don't remember anything he said, but boy was I happy. Because it's Nier, a totally not psychopath towards the shades. I mean,
Sleep well?
just saying.
Yeah.
Sure.
And yet your red eyes tell a different tale.
They sure fucking do.
Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
Alright, Benjamin, go outside and save your game.
Mate, are you sure you want to do all this in one part?
Yeah, do it, because you've got to make sure. Yep, you're free. You're free. Save points right there. Woo! Yeah, Kainé's the best. I'm saying it here and now, but out of everything, out of Taroverse, period, Kaine is best girl.
Top one, right?
There, I said it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
what? I'll fucking fight you on the streets.
Should I
I'll fucking put out your intestines and slap you in the face with them if you dare say
Jesus
no.
Christ. Top
I'll
one.
fucking reach my hand so far up your arse, I'll grab your shits and I'll shove them down your mouth again so you can shit them out again.
Oh god, man. Vulgarness.
I'll get this fan that is barely working and tear off the base and tear your face apart with the blades.
Oh, Jesus.
Even if it takes a week for it to do it because it's a pretty shitty fan.
God.
Oh, the insults kind of ran a bit dry after that. I'm
Yeah.
trying my best, man. I don't think any of us are worthy of Kaine.
We can't.
Kaine's fucking awesome,
We
dude.
can't match her speech levels.
Fucking love Kaine. I'm telling you, she's best girl. Fuck those stupid plastic androids and automata.
Mate.
Kaine be the best girl.
Kaine be
And
best
what?
girl.
And what? Fight me. I'm drunk. I'm with Ryan drunk. I'll fight any one of you. Fucking fight you in the fucking fuck. Fucking Kaine's the best. Fucking bring it on, you bitch. Fucking shove this wine glass and then fucking use doppelganger Weiss
No,
move.
Joe! No,
Fucking
don't!
kick you in the ground, the hood style, you dig? Fuck Kaine's best girl, if you don't say otherwise, you're a fucking liar, fuck!
End part.
Love you all, bye! Kaine's best girl, fucking dickheads!
Thank you for watching, everyone. Here's a special thanks to our Dionysus patrons for your wonderful support.
Anime Queen 1227, Armored Spiraled Helix, Blackout, Catabag, Cromwell, Coffee Enthusiast,
Dave Korea.
Flashbacks,
Icarus Hanata.
Memento Young,
Naming Master.
Neon Citizen Teal, Ray MXH36, Rismotis,
Serema, Sherigon LP, Swiss Gecko,
T.
True Divination.
Unaway.
All of our socials can be found in the links down below. Thank you so much once again for supporting us and have a great day.